Hey there again, this is Doster. Wanted to welcome you back to the dystopia. In this quick video, I wanted to talk about three-stage process or three-step growth, which you can apply to your own personal growth, your own business, your own emotional, spiritual well-being, and also just general life well-being. And it's also an application of what we're doing here on my channel. So what I need from you, what I'm doing with you. So the first step, the other thing is you can actually do any step at any stage, which will become clear as I explain it. And you repeat the steps in a cycle. So it's a never-ending cycle. You go around and around. So that'll become clear as I explain it to you. So step one is find your people. So this is where you find people that are on your team, people who have a common goal, people who get you, who understand the way you talk, that understand like what you're on about and what you're into. So like-minded people who are into the same things. You find your community, you find your people. That's what I'm looking for on the digital sphere at the moment. I'm looking for people to subscribe to my channel who are into the things that I'm into, the people who can hear my message. If my voice resonates with you, if you can understand what I'm saying, then that means we're in the same community. Stage two is following the steps. You follow the process, yeah? So that means you're not needing to be convinced to join the community, yeah? When you're finding your people, you need to sort of say a little bit about who you are, what you're on about, and you sort of need to convince people, right? I need to convince you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I need to convince you to do my online course. I need to convince you that listening to my audiobook is worthwhile. Beyond that step, the next step is following the process, yeah? Once you're convinced, once you're in the community, you say, yes, I'm in it. Then you say, okay, now let's get to work. What do I do? What am I supposed to do? Then you follow the step. You follow the step by enrolling in the course, clicking on lesson 1, listening to lesson 1, answering the questions for lesson 1, answering the homework for question 1, session 1, and then you click on session 2. Yep. And then you do the questions for session 2, lesson 2. You do the questions, the answers, the homework for lesson 2. You're listening to it, following it, listening to the explanations. And then you do step 3, yeah? Lesson 3, session 3, and so on and so forth. And you're going through the course and you're following the process. And what you'll find is the process will change you. You'll get more knowledge. You'll discover more about yourself. You'll have moments of self-inquiry. You will learn about yourself. So a good example of this is with the self-authoring course. So that's where you do journaling, you write your autobiography, you answer questions about your childhood, about your family life, and that's a sequential process, yeah? So you're following the steps. It also works for dance, active meditations, body awareness, bodybuilding, diet, health, all the rest of it, yeah? These are general principles. Then the third step is to contribute. So that's where you say, this is what I've learnt, and you speak about it or you leave a comment about it. And in my case here, it is what you do to, the way you do this is by commenting on a video. So in all my videos, I say, leave a comment of what is your experience or what is your answer to this question. You know, in a lot of my videos, I ask a question or I ask for help, and your contribution is leaving a comment and sharing what is your insight, yeah? Because every person has intelligence, every person has a voice, every person has a right to express what they've learnt, what they've experienced, and you contribute. Also, the other thing about leaving a comment on a YouTube video is it actually stimulates the engagement, which means the message that I'm trying to get across gets more chance of being seen, yeah? There's more of that organic growth that we're trying to do in the digital sphere. So you contribute, and there's lots of ways you can contribute. And then once you've contributed, you find your people. You'll find that people are coming and responding to you, yeah? There's people joining your community. They're also part of your community, yeah? So you leave a comment on one of my videos, and then you see that someone's left a comment that's similar or someone's responded to, and then you're building a community, yep? And then you're in a community, and then you follow it again. You go say, okay, I've done one online course. What's the next step? I do another online course following the step. following the process. I've done another online course. I've done 2 online courses. What do I do next? I do a 3rd online course. Yeah, I've got over a dozen online courses. Most of them are free. Most of them will only take you an hour or 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, they're very easy. You'll smash them out. You'll be able to smash through them. You could easily do a dozen of my online courses in a month. Then you can go even deeper, yeah? You come to me and you say, Doster, I've done some of your online courses. I want to go deeper. And it's like, great, we keep going. We follow the process. You can listen to my audiobook, or you can come and meet in person, yeah? We'll do one-on-one sessions. We'll do question tennis in person, which will be with your people, with the community. And you can, there's no end to it. It goes around and around. And we can also find more ways of creating more ways of expressing your contribution, more ways of you being able to create something that is your contribution, yeah? I can even show you how to create your online courses. That's another thing we can do, and sharing your insights, yeah? So this is why we do this here. The sort of most immediate application of this is my YouTube channel, which is what I'm trying to create here. So I'm trying to find my people. I'm trying to get people to listen along and follow the steps, which means listening to the videos and understanding the ideas that we're on about, understanding the concepts, and then contributing by clicking the like button, sharing an episode, subscribing to the channel, leaving a comment, which costs you, all of that costs you nothing, yeah? Not to mention all my free online courses. Listening to my audiobook is free. And then repeating the process, yep. Now, on a deeper level, finding your people means listening to people online and noticing who resonates with you, noticing which speakers you think, this person's very interesting. This person has some ideas that I'm not used to. This person has things, I like the sound of their voice. I like putting on their talks and listening for a while. And yes, the sort of people that listen to this person would be the sort of person I would have an interesting conversation with, yeah? When you listen to someone, you also listen thinking that there are other people listening as well. What kind of people listen to this? Yeah? Now, when you get a political speaker or a political commentary, that's like not an interesting conversation. That's not a helpful conversation. Like, how far does that conversation go? Yes, Trump is evil. Yes, Trump is a pedophile. Yes, Trump is a war criminal, mass murdering fraud. Okay, so now we've had that conversation. What's next? What's the step after that? Right? That's why that's not a way to go, because it's like, okay, so follow the step. What's the next step? There is no next step. We have an outrageous conversation about how evil these people are. Then you need to go, okay, what next? End of story. When you have someone who's into sharing insight and wisdom and knowledge and intelligence, you have a next step. Yeah, you have to follow the process. It's like, you're late to the game. There's lots that you can do. Yeah? There are many steps, processes that you can take. And then you contribute. The ultimate way you can contribute is by supporting me, so I don't have to make videos from my car anymore. Hopefully someday we can get a place to actually make proper videos. But in the short term, you can support by subscribing to the channel. In the long term, you contribute by sharing your insight, by sharing your wisdom, by sharing your intelligence and your story of how you've grown into beauty, how you've grown into love, how you've resolved your trauma, you've resolved your stress, you've resolved your existential anxiety, you've resolved all your personal problems and bad relationships, and you're living every day with beauty. You're living every day with love. You're radiating with joy, happiness, playfulness, yeah? This is your contribution. You can change the world. This is absolutely radical when you do this. When you live like this, it's absolutely radical. Do not forget that how you change yourself is how you change the world. And from there, you will find that people resonate with your story, yeah? And then you find your people. So this process, it goes around and around, yeah? Find your people. If you're listening to this, you've already found me. You're in the community with me, so subscribe to the channel. Follow the process. Do the homework. Enroll in the self-authoring course or the lifetime burn meditation course. You can join the lifetime burn meditation anytime. and then contribute. Leave a comment on the video, share, pay for a course, and share your story. Share what you've learnt. And we do this again and again and again. This is the circle. So you know what to do next. This is Doster. Thank you very much for your help with this, and I look forward to speaking again soon.